On the third Sunday of Christmas, Sharon shared with me a place setting holder. Holds a plastic fork, knife, and spoon. These are just your standard variety. They're not the big fancy ones. Like you can get these really big fancy ones that everybody thinks are real. Or you can just, most people, I think, probably just have these kicking around from barbecues and other family gatherings. And those fit nicely in there. But you could put other things in here as well, obviously. But this is using the same technique that we used last Sunday when we made this little box. This would look great on the plate and hold something special, maybe an ornament, or maybe it's got candy in it, something along those lines. But I just love this triple stamping technique where, where we stamp and then stamp again without re-inking. And it looks really, really pretty. I love snow, and I love the look of stamped snow. I know that you don't all love snow, but I think you'll agree that snowflakes on cardstock looks pretty nice. Let's see how to make it. The best thing about this project is it takes a quarter sheet of cardstock. Well, except for the embellishments. The base of it is a quarter sheet. So 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're going to begin by decorating it with the same stamps that we used last week, one of a kind. I've already got the large snowflake out. Now you could, of course, bring in some of the smaller snowflakes, but I'm going to use the same technique that I used last Sunday, that repeat stamping. Stamp, stamp again, stamp a third time. So you see you have different strengths of that Misty Moonlight. And then you repeat the process. Now I've gone off here, so I want to be careful that the next place I go has to be only partially on the page. I'm going to keep going. And again, I've gone off the page, so I only want to be very careful when I bring something back on, because look at, if I bring in a piece of scrap paper, see, you can see the edges of the card. So you don't want that on your project. So if you're finding that you're running out of room and you can't, you can only repeat stamp a certain number of times, then stamp off and fill the page. Okay. So stamp off, maybe you even do it another time, and then you keep adding. Oops, that one didn't. I was off the ink pad a little bit, I think. That's all right. We're going to make it work. And I'm going to do both sides of this. Let me get my chamois that comes with the Glass Mat Studio. This was the grand prize for my bingo game at my retreat yesterday, the Glass Mat Studio. Now, I had it sliding around on my thing, so I have some blue on there, but that's all right because it's going to mostly get covered up anyway. So let's just fill this again. Just keep stamping. Happy little stamps. And I want to fill that space, but I don't want lines. So I'll stamp off. Here we go. You can keep going. Might be a little too light up there, so let's go a little bit more. All right, ruined it. I didn't really ruin it. That's going to just be the inside, that's all. All right. Now we need to run it through our die cutting machine. We'll be bringing the mini, not the mini alphabet, we'll be bringing the mini pocket die, mini pocket envelope die. And this is the one we're using. You can see it has some other ones, including some great labels. This is for a ribbon. You can make a bow, and reinforcement for tags, and then a little leaf. I'm not sure what the little leaf is about, but probably just to add some decoration. So you see how this die just fits on there. We want to make sure this edge down here is on it. I've got ink all over my hands. And we'll bring in our Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. And we need our numbers, our plates number 1 and 2 is also there. We need a number 3. We need our cardstock and die. I'm just going to take the time to make sure that that's right on there. Now remember, because this is a long straight edge, we don't want that to go in parallel to this bar, because you're going to hear that big bang. It kind of jars your machine. So you want to just make sure it's on an angle. Let's see, everything's on right there, so that's good. Set this down, I'm going to squeeze it and run it through. So it just barely fits on a quarter sheet, but it does fit, which means that's kind of economical for you, right? And you can see how it just fits. There's not much there, not much here. Now, while I'm here, because I know how I want to decorate it, I'm going to bring in the dies from, whoops, where are they? The dies that coordinate with, here they are, with the one of a kind. So you can buy this as a bundle. It's a really super cheap bundle. It's, under $40. And snowflakes, who doesn't love snowflakes? I know a lot of you don't love snow, but you like snowflakes, right? I mean, when there's on paper. So we're going to use this detail die. And I think I will cut that out of a scrap piece of silver foil, which I had here just a second ago. Oh, there it is, right behind my machine. I'm going to put that on there. Here's our plate. Just that silver foil accent's going to look really super nice. You could also use like a white shimmer paper. That would look really nice too. I'm going silver for silverware, even though we're using plasticware. Let's see if I can drop it on my Glass Mat Studio. It pops out. Look at how pretty that is. So nice. And I think that's all the die cutting I'm going to do. I did do some die cutting using my mini alphabet die. So the mini alphabet die, not that one. It's, yes, it is this one. Mini alphabet die has all these pieces plus, oh, that's the label die. Here's the mini alphabet die. It's got all these, which cuts out this one. So it's one die that cuts out all these letters. I've got some letters here. Oh, let's use an S. Let's use an S. And then you've got some special symbols for other languages, and you've got some punctuation. All right, we're just going to take the S and get rid of the rest for a second. And let's bring in our die here. Now this puts, and it's a little bit hard, it's going to be very hard for you to see on camera. It puts a crease here, and then there's a little crease right here and one right here, because you're going to fold it, and you can decide which side you like looking at best, but honestly, it's going to be perfect the way it is. And then you're going to fold up on this little tab. This is what helps join it. And then fold over on this little tab. All right. Now, some people like to hide that so it looks nice and finished. You don't have something wrapping around the back. But because we're putting something of substance in here, it's got a little thickness to it, I think the support is better if you do wrap it around the back. So that's what we're going to do on both of these little tabs. And just need a little bit of glue. This little tab is little. So I think it's a little too wide for tear and tape, honestly. Glue's your best friend because glue is really nice and holds very well. It's a nice strong adhesive. I put a little bit too much glue on this one spot. I'm gonna get my fingers all gluey. That's okay, they're gluey, they're inky. Got it all going on. Just using my bone folder to press that down. Helps that bond take. All right, so here we have this little pocket. And let's decorate it. Let's decorate it. I have a piece of Misty Moonlight. It is 1 inch wide by 6 inches long. And I'm not even gonna score it. I'm gonna wrap it around here. I'm gonna kind of center it and wrap that and wrap this. All right. So see, we have a wrap just looking like that. And now when I glue something that overlaps this way, if I put adhesive here, I don't know where to stop over here. If I put adhesive here, I don't know which part is going to connect to this and which is going to be connecting to that. I want it to be able to slide off. I mean, I guess I don't need it to, but I'm gonna. And so what I do is I put a little bit of glue on that end, a little bit of glue on this end, and then when you fold it over, you will get the glue to be where you want it to be. So now we have this little piece here. Remember our foil snowflake? Doesn't that just look adorable? All right, now we need a way of putting that on. And you can use a mini dimensional or you can use a large dimensional. Yeah, it's gonna show through. Let's see, I think a large dimensional isn't too large. Let me look. Yeah, that fits. I got it off center a little bit. But... All right, so you do see a little bit coming through, but it just looks white. That's fine. Plus we're gonna stick something over it anyways. So there we have that. Look how elegant that looks. Pretty nice, huh? All right, put a little glue on here. I could have used adhesive sheet too. That's what we did today at the retreat. We used some adhesive sheet. When we made, let me show you what we made. We made this little home decor piece using the sophisticated sled. Love, love, love that set. Love these little snowflakes too. They are not adhesive backed, but they go on very easily with glue. All right, and so there we have that. And all we need to do is put in our plasticware, our silverware. Here's our fork and our knife and our spoon. And that can be right at somebody's table setting. Pretty simple. And that is the third Sunday of Christmas. I hope you enjoyed this 12 Sundays of Christmas tutorial. I would love to share the written PDF with you. All you need to do is sign up for my email list. The link is in the description of the video. You can find that below. You might have to click the word more. And by signing up, you will get that delivered to your inbox Monday, maybe Tuesday. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great week ahead of you. We'll see you next week for the fourth Sunday of Christmas.